Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are good today. Now, thought I would do a Q&A today to chat a bit about Arsenal. Hope you guys do enjoy my video. Hopefully I'll see some questions in the chat and enjoy chatting with you guys today. But today I'm gonna just answer questions, have a bit of an Arsenal chit chat for this video today, and I hope you guys do enjoy my video. If you do enjoy my content, please do make sure you like and subscribe. And obviously I hope you do enjoy the video today. Obviously the men's team, they are currently on the international break, so I still want to sort of do content as well with the men's team as well. Don't completely forget about that. So I thought I would go live today to answer any questions. So drop in any questions you guys have for me in the chat and I will happily answer them. I've got one here from Gunner1999 who says, thoughts on yesterday's game and result. Yeah, I think yesterday, well done to the women's team. Obviously, we, like Rennie said, we're currently half time. In this tie, it's not over yet, so it's going to be a really tough one in the second leg. But really, overall, my overall thoughts is that I'm really happy with how we've done in the game and how we got the job done. Obviously, we saw Russo get a goal. We saw Stina Bakstenius, Chloe Kelly had a great game. So I feel like overall it was a really good performance from the team. And again, in the Champions League, it'd be great if we could win that again. I think we're in a good position to do that. So I think we should always, believe we can do that and get past Chelsea. I think we can get past Chelsea. I think Chelsea maybe were, if you look at it as an overall perspective, they definitely dominated it a bit and they had chances that they probably would have liked to have taken. Decisions didn't go their way, and to be honest with you, when we had played Chelsea in the past, decisions haven't gone our way. So I feel like that is just part of football. I do think that the VAR, I do think the referee in the women's game, has to be better. But I think for Arsenal perspective, I think it feels amazing to get the job done, and I'm just excited to see how we're going to do in the second leg. Obviously, we do have a game against Tottenham coming up this weekend, so I'll be interested to see who will be starting. Obviously, I'm hoping that Leah Williamson is going to be back for that game next weekend. Next week, sorry, I think we play Chelsea again midweek next week. So, really hoping that she'll be back. Obviously, we've got Cooney Cross who's coming back. We've got Steph Catley-Ford. So yeah, I feel like that would be great to see if they can be back for that. But yeah, I'm really happy with how we've done and just really excited for the game coming up this weekend against Tottenham, which would be great. It's always exciting, isn't it, when you've got a London derby coming up? I feel like they're always really exciting um to watch. And yeah, I think the players are full of confidence right now and I feel like we're in a really good place. So yeah, overall thoughts is that I'm really happy, and obviously I think to get that 2-goal cushion as well, it does feel a lot better. So yeah, I really feel quite happy about that, to be honest with you. And that Russo goal was such a crucial one. So again, happy we're able to get the win and be up to Arsenal since Tusa's play of the match yesterday. I did see that Russo got the play of the match yesterday. Maybe this one might be unpopular, but I do think Ruben Moy for me stood out to me quite a lot yesterday. I feel like her defensive work was so amazing, and against Chelsea, they are going to be relentless. I know they were missing quite a lot of players yesterday, but I think they are going to be a team that's going to be relentless. And yeah, we Moy worked so hard, and I thought she deserves a lot of credit with how she performed, and she stepped up for me in that game. I mean, with Moy, we know how good she has been this season. She's been very consistent, but I think she did really good yesterday. And then Russo obviously got the big Champions League goal to get us 3-1 up, because that was a big goal for me in that moment. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like Ruben Moy definitely does deserve a shout for me. And she definitely stood out to me again. There's other players in there that I think worked really hard. You could look at McCabe, you could look at, like I said, Russo perhaps. I mean, I feel like Stina Blackstenius did work quite hard. So I think it's a good headache to have on who to pick as a play of the match. I know Russo got awarded it, and you know she did get us that important goal. So I do get that. I think it's fair play. But yeah, I feel like it's really interesting to see who will get far into competition. But obviously, I know tonight United are playing as well, which is going to be very, very exciting. So obviously, there's still games coming up tonight in the Champions League. So yeah, I'm excited to see if many English teams go through. Because obviously in the league at the moment, Man United are in it. Where us and Chelsea are currently in it, and then Man City don't play in the Champions League, so they've had a lot of focus, haven't they, on the league? But again, the Champions League's really the one you always want to win. So I just really hope that we can on the second leg we can go and beat Chelsea again, or if we just keep the game close, like someone said before, if we could get a draw, just something to get us through. I would definitely take that. But I think a good performance. I feel like we're a lot more ruthless than Chelsea were. And overall, yeah, really happy with that win, and hopefully we'll win on that second leg. But obviously, the second leg is going to be a tough one, isn't it? AFC says, can we win the Champions League? I think the women's team have got a really great shot of that. I feel like it's not going to be easy. I feel like to do it again won't be easy at all for us, but I feel like we do have the players, we have the quality to do that. So I feel like if we get past Chelsea, I'd probably say yeah, because I feel like Chelsea are going to have quite a few of their players back for the game coming up. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see how we do. But yeah, of course I do back the team, and I think we can go all the way. But yeah, obviously I'm interested to see who goes through tonight, who we'll face in our next round. But yeah, I think the team is really good, really experienced, and obviously we have players coming back. So yeah, I feel why not believe in the team? We've done it once before. I feel like because we've done it, we can definitely do it again. So of course I do believe in the team. So yeah, to answer your question, I think we can, especially at the moment. Considering that with the league, we know that's pretty much done. Man City have had a bit more rest than us, so they've obviously just had that as a focus. So for us, I think we've got a great chance. Big up to Alvanit. Hi, Soph. Great to see you here. Hope you're keeping well. Um, how about to take it to? I don't know what you mean by that, but let me know what you mean. But yeah, obviously good to see you in the chat. Good to see you guys in the chat. Obviously, I did want to jump on here for a little while today because I know it's great to catch up with you guys and yeah, keep chatting about Arsenal. Obviously, we'll be doing a preview maybe tomorrow for the women's team, as we are playing Tottenham. So I'm really excited to see how we're gonna do, in that. But yeah, I feel like obviously the men's team. If you guys have got any questions about the men's team, um, let me know and obviously I'll answer them. But yeah, obviously big up to chat. If you guys want to drop in any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. But obviously I'll do a watch along for the women's team this week as well. So make sure you join me on Saturday for that one. I think it's Saturday at 5:30. But yeah, it's a bit of a quieter week. Obviously the men's team not playing. The international break is here. Obviously I do miss Arsenal when we have the international break, but I'm excited to see how we're gonna do. Um, when the team come back. So yeah, we have lost a game, and it feels like a big blow, doesn't it? That cup final, but yeah, we'll have to see how we can bounce back. Gunnar says, do we need to be worried about injuries? Obviously, if the women's team we're pretty okay at the moment, and players are coming back. But obviously for the men's team, I know we have a few injuries there, so I suppose it's a bit more challenging with that one. Um, but I know Eze is going to be out for quite a while, about a month, which I know isn't ages, and I feel like it could have been a lot worse. So yeah, I feel like it's looking a bit better for us. But with the men's team, obviously we have lost a cup final. I think the mood around Arsenal is just a bit deflated at the moment. So if we can just bounce back, and yeah, I'm not too worried. I don't think Sleepers is too serious, nor is Gabriel. I think some of these players just need a break, to be honest with you. So they should be okay. And we have the best in the world. Um, Renee Sega's Women's World Best Club Coach. Yeah, she really is doing amazing things, Renee. I love watching Renee at Arsenal. I feel like we've had a bit of a rocky season. I know we started off good. We had a bit of a dip, and then we've come back, and we do seem at the best we are played at the moment. And then we have been stacked with injuries which are out of our control. But I feel like considering with the injuries, we've done pretty good, and I've been really impressed with how we've managed that. So yeah, I feel like Renee, she's doing a really great job, and I just really hope that she can get us another trophy this season over the league. I think the league is probably really. I think the league. I mean, with the men, the women's team, it's probably one of the hardest trophies to win because you've got to be consistent week in, week out. You've got to be at your best, and it's hard with the WSL because there's not as many fixtures as the men's. I think it's only 10 teams or 12 teams, sorry, in WSL. So we don't play as much, but I think we just have to come back again next season with the WSL. Obviously, the Champions League, we are in a really good position to win that. So I feel like we just got to be optimistic and believe we can win. Obviously, we're in the FA Cup as well. We are playing Brighton soon in the quarterfinals. So yeah, it's definitely looking up for us. Obviously, I think both teams, men and women's team, can definitely win some silverware this season, so that'll be very, very exciting. AFC says, love Renee. Yeah, Renee is amazing. She's doing a superb job of Arsenal. I mean, to win the Champions League when she took over is honestly just remarkable, and it just shows you that she is a player that gives, this team a lot of confidence. Even when you look at I was watching Chloe Kelly's interview yesterday after the game, and she just said how Renee gives her so much confidence. And I think Renee's definitely a manager that really supports the players really well. And I feel like that's really lovely to see. So yeah, I really love Renee. I feel like she's doing such a great job at Arsenal. So yeah, I feel like we just need to get behind her and again just being given the right support. Um, and yeah, I feel like we just have to go for it. So yeah, I love Renee. She's doing amazing, and I mean to beat Chelsea like that. I mean it's great to be 3-1 up on the first leg. I think we did have shaking moments with our performance. I think we did struggle at the back a bit, but to be where we are, obviously 3-1 up on the first leg, it does gives me a lot of confidence. Favorite Arsenal women player. To be honest, I do love them all. I do love Russo. I mean, I do love Russo at the moment. I do really love watching um her. I mean, she's just an amazing goal scorer, isn't she? She just provides so much for this team, and I feel like as well you can really see Olivia Smith is such a joy to watch. She really brings you so much joy in this team, and she's such a young player as well. She's so young, she's so talented, and she has so much to offer, which is really great to see. So I love the attacking players a lot. I think there's so many underrated players in this team. Wibben Moy's definitely in there. Um, I could pick all these players, but I've loved watching Russo for quite a while now, and it's really great to see the progress she is making. And we got her for free, which it's crazy to think about because she's so good. But yeah, for me, Russo is probably my favourite. I think if we look at players that have played over the past few years, Beth Mead's definitely up there for me. Cabe, the list goes on. It's so hard to pick just one player because we've got so many likable players, so many amazing players in this team. So yeah, Russo has been probably my favourites these past few years. Yeah, it's hard to pick one really because I've got quite a few I love. But yeah, obviously Ruben Moy I think is quite underrated. Obviously Leah's a fan favourite. I think a lot of people would say Leah because Leah does work really hard. So yeah, it's hard to pick really. Obviously, I love Chloe Kelly as well, but yeah, it is a tough one, really. I think we've got quite a few unsung heroes in the team. Like I said, I think we've been more perhaps Catley, Stina Maxenius are definitely fall into that category, but a tough one. Big up to Josh. Great to see you in here. Not seen you here for a while, so I hope you're keeping well. Big up to Alvin. It says Lottie. Yeah, Lottie Moy is so good, isn't she? She does deserve that credit, but it's hard to pick. But obviously, guys, if you do have any questions to me, do drop them in. I'll probably only about 30 minutes today, so do ask me away any questions. Russo is my current, but Viv is my favourite all-time Arsenal player. Yeah, Russo, I'm with you on Russo. It's so hard to pick like your favourite of all time. It's difficult really because her going to Man City, it did hurt quite a lot. But yeah, it's so good. She plays such a high level even at Man City. It's hard to pick your favourite all time. We've had so many amazing players, haven't we, over the years? You know, you look at players like Kelly Smith, Alex Scott, and then you even look at players that, you know, we have now as well, like McCabe, Beth Mead, players that have really done amazing with this team and have really pushed the game forward. It's so hard to pick, isn't it? I think McCabe is I mean, we've got quite a few legends in this team, I'd say. I think McCabe and obviously Beth Mead have done a really great job. Um, I mean, Kim Little as well. I think Kim Little definitely goes down as probably one of the best Arsenal players for the women's team. She's dedicated so much of her time to Arsenal, and she's like the perfect captain. If you ever want to know what a true captain is, it's definitely Kim Little. So yeah, we've really had amazing players over these years. Obviously, I've not supported Arsenal women as maybe as much as you guys. I did start to support Arsenal women about 2018. So, you know, there's quite a few players that I love, but yeah, we've got a great squad at the moment. Never forgave him. He should not be named. Yeah, it was quite sad, wasn't it, to see that happen? I mean, you look at it now, can you imagine what Miedema would have been like with Renee? I feel like she really would have got the best out of Viv. Renee is really great at managing players. I feel like she's really there for the players. I feel like as well with Chloe Kelly, she's really turned her career around, and obviously Chloe Kelly has worked hard for that. But I do feel as though you know, Renee's a great manager. She really is. She is incredible, and it's really lovely to see how she has turned things around. And I really can't wait to see, you know, in years to come. I think she will become a legend. I suppose, you know, she's won us, you know, Champions League already. It's crazy. We could win the Champions League again. We could win the FA Cup. So I feel like this team is so hungry for more trophies. Like we're just hungry to win more and more, which is nice. But obviously, it would be nice to see Miedema in this team. But I think Miedema is what it is. I mean, it's really weird watching her play for Man City, but I do sort of wish her well. Like I said, there's no hard feelings. It wasn't all her fault, but I suppose she did choose to go to Man City. Big up to Alvin. It says all of our team. Anyway, yeah, I love all the team. The best. Sorry, I'll come back to this, Josh. The best team in the world. Come on. To Josh, how do you think we can avoid similar poor start at the bridge that we did last night? It's a great question, and it's so tough, isn't it? Because we started off quite poor, didn't we, last night? Because you know, another day, those two goals goes in, they hit the post, and another day, like I said, that is a different game. So it was so tough that one when those goals went in. It was nearly went in. Sorry, it could have been a different game. So I feel like approaching the game, we know that Chelsea are going to be on the front foot. We know Chelsea are going to want to score early on. Listen, if Chelsea get a goal early on, it kind of is, you know, game on. So I feel like we just need to nullify them, keep them quiet, and if we can get a goal early on, that's great. I think obviously I'm not saying we should go for a draw, but I don't particularly want us to sit back because it could be a very long game. I'm hoping in this game we'll have Steph Catley back, Leah Williamson back. I mean, at least one of them, as someone said, if we have one of them back, it would be great because obviously we did see McCabe having to play in a different position, which he did great in. But obviously for us, we need our best players in their best position. But I do think for us, we just have to nullify them and keep them quiet. I think you look at players like Lauren James, who can just score some amazing goals, and it's really hard to keep her quiet. Obviously, Liz Thompson was a real threat for them as well. So it's going to be really tough, isn't it, to keep them quiet. But again, we just have to try and get a goal early on. be at our best. I mean, I think we had great moments. I think ultimately we're just more clinical than Chelsea were yesterday. Against Chelsea did have quite a few attempts again. They were Chelsea were unlucky, I would say, because they did have a lot of chances offsides, not offsides, but fouls that should have gone their way. So it's going to be a tough game, but I think we just have to start off on the front foot, get a goal early on. Obviously, I'm interested to see what lineup we're going to go with. Obviously, I'm hoping we might rotate this weekend against Tottenham, but yeah, it's not going to be an easy game at all. We just have to start off well. And obviously, it's it's difficult to know if they'll score in this game. I do feel like they probably will get a goal, but I feel like if we can just try and keep them quiet as possible and try and start off at the best we can, we just have to start off the best because, as Rennie said, in this leg we are currently half time, so it's incredibly tough to be excited. Yeah, I can't be excited. It's so hard to kind of be excited just yet. But listen, we are 3-1 up. I'm really happy, but I can't celebrate just yet. It's so difficult. Um, yeah, I can't read that, but yeah, big up to yourself. Easy. Your Chelsea aren't in the best place. I think they will have potentially. I don't know all the injuries that they've had, but I'm pretty sure they'll have Millie Bright and Aggie Beaver Jones back, and a few other players. Obviously Ellie Carpenter, who will be a very difficult player to mark. But I do think with Chelsea, they're going to be probably a little bit better. So it's going to be a really difficult game actually. But I think we've got a great team, and this team is so hungry to get through and and progress in this competition. So hopefully we will be up to Josh. How do we address the late injury problems? Needs to go, but we should also be concerned with Leah's constant injuries. It's a great question because I've actually lost count how many times Leah has been injured this season due to different injuries. It's not being the same injury, it's been all quite different. So, yeah, I do. It's something that I felt a bit sad and disappointed about. She can't help it. She has played a lot of football, obviously. But I think, if we're being honest, what we need to do is we need to bring in a defender this summer who, I don't know if you guys remember, but a few years ago, we did have a great defender, Raphael, and she was on Leah's level. So I feel like we need to just bring in a defender at that level because obviously I could see us moving Kadena, and I think Kadena could be suited to maybe a team with a WSL at Everton or a different side because she's a decent player, but just at that level, I just don't think she's at Leah's level. Or I think Steph Catley's a decent defender, but we could do with another player at that level. So I think if you're addressing Leah's injury, that's what we could do to bring in someone not to replace Leah as such, but to give her a bit of competition. And because again, I do feel like Leah being out for quite a while at the start of the season, did affect us. Like when she's back in the team, we are a different team and much better. I mean, we can do without her for a few games, but when you have those big games, you really want her. So I do feel like for me, it's a difficult situation. I wouldn't get rid of Leah. I wouldn't ever go there because I do think Leah is a legend. I think she's up that level of world class. She really is amazing. But I do also feel like we need to have these conversations and we need to just bring in a defender like Raphael who is at that level. So yeah, we'll have to see, but it's a tough one, isn't it, with Leah's injury? She is a fantastic player. She's built a great partnership with Steph Catley with more at times, but it's just sad that she has these injuries, isn't it? I mean, she has been a player that has injuries, but I feel like it's something that she has to sort of get through and deal with. But it's like you look at the Chelsea game. I mean, we were okay because with Monica Zina did step up and did good, and the second half, Taylor Hines, McCabe were great. But it could come to another time where, they might struggle and we're in trouble. So yeah, I feel like we need to be careful. But yeah, Leah has been out quite a while this season. I'm not blaming her at all. Injuries are part of football and it happens sometimes, but it's just a conversation we should have. glad we scored a set piece goal. Yeah, finally. I never really see us anymore scoring set pieces. Like I just don't see it happening as much. I mean, corners we do sometimes, but that free kick was really good for Mikhail Benstein like extended with that amazing header. Um, Big up to Chalmer, good to see here. We were a bit unlucky to have our goal ruled out, but you deserve the win. Right now, you've got more quality than us in midfield and attack, and it doesn't help a lot of our players out. I completely agree with you. I think that I do think officiating when Arsenal play Chelsea, it is very unfair because there's been times where you've got decisions that gone your way, we've got decisions that gone our way. I think the officiating should be fair. Obviously, I think you make some great points there. I think we've got quality, really good quality. Obviously, I think Rene's been playing Russo in midfield, and it does seem to be working. And the Russo up top is probably a bit more efficient, but having Steele and Russo in the team together, they build a great partnership. So and obviously for the second leg, you'll probably have quite a few players back, and obviously so will we. I'm hoping, like I said, if Leah's not back, Steph Catley will be back. Obviously, you've got Cooney Cross you can bring in midfield, and of course Ford, who actually has played in so many games against Chelsea, who can make a big difference. So, I think both teams will benefit in the second leg. I think it's going to be a lot more closer, because I think if you look at the scoreline, it would probably suggest Arsenal comfortably beat Chelsea, but it wasn't comfortable at all. It was a very end-to-end game. Um, Because Albert not selling needs to sign over 10 years. Yeah, I think Chelsea are struggling at the moment, so I'm interested to see what she'll do with her future of Chelsea. Um, with the chair and watching our games, I feel like with the quality you've got and most of your goals come from transitions, that's a Russo Meads team that are especially dangerous. Yeah, I think yesterday what worked really well for us, especially in midfield, and obviously McCabe did do this quite a lot as well, is that our passes going forward were really great to watch. And I feel like you said, with our transitions, obviously Russo is very clinical, and at times she had other chances where she couldn't score from. But I feel like I think with obviously Mead as well, Mead obviously found that pass to Kelly. So Mead's really good at finding those passes and finding those bits of space. But I do feel like it was a big game for us, and obviously our players just stood up to it. Our players were in good form, but I don't think this leg is over. Again, as I said, I think the second leg is going to be quite difficult. Considering obviously, we're both going to have players back. I know Millie Bright might be back for Chelsea. But yeah, I just think defensively, yesterday I did think we were a little bit sus at times. I think if you have, I think if you got McCabe, Leah, with Moy, Steph Catley, and obviously Fox, we are at our best. But I do think in the first half, Chelsea were really good, and obviously they hit the post 2 times. And so another day that would probably go in. So I think sometimes you do have to have a little bit of luck. But again, I think the pace of Chelsea, I do worry when we play against Ellie Carpenter, because I do feel like she is so pacey. She is so amazing going forward. I've seen her at Chelsea this season, the goal she scored. So I feel like we do have to be careful, and I just hope some of our players are going to be back. But I'm interested to see if we're going to go with a different team for the game next week. But obviously, we have a game against Tottenham, so I'm interested to see how we're doing that. Chelsea's done, 2 all they are done. I think what I will say about Chelsea is that I don't think they're the Chelsea under Emma Hayes. I don't think they're there yet. I feel like they've maybe regressed a bit. I still think they're great, but I don't think that Chelsea that Chelsea and Hayes was something else. It really was. Big up to Josh. I really hope we get a summer rebuild that was needed last summer. I couldn't believe the lack of activity. It was arguing with fans. It's a shame now when people realise. Yeah, I do agree with you. Because obviously, we've made good signings. Obviously, I think, Bob's been a great signing. She's definitely done a lot better than what I expected. Obviously, as well, Chloe Kelly signing permanently has been a big thing for us. Olivia Smith coming in has been amazing. I can't remember who else we brought in. I feel like we brought in someone else. I can't remember now. Do let me know if you're watching this. But yeah, I feel like we did a few bits, but it just wasn't enough, was it? We should have brought in a midfielder. Especially, you do look at the fact we did lose Leah Volti, and Leah Volti could be coming back to WSL, which is quite interesting. I think if you lose players, you've got to replace them, and that's what we didn't do. So yeah, Rennie needs to back in, and she needs to have a big summer. I think if we want to, I mean, obviously we could win the Champions League this season, we could win the FA Cup, but if we want to keep doing that, and obviously the league is the one that I'd love us to win, we've not won that in a while. If we want to be doing that, we've got to be consistent, and we've got to bring in the right players. We've got to invest big. So I do think that we're going to see players go, which is going to be okay. As someone said before, football is business, and you do have to move players on. We can't always just have the same team. Things do have to change. But I think I do agree with you, Josh. You're going to have a big summer ahead. I hope we can stay calm because we're under huge pressure. Yeah, I think as well the atmosphere could be quite tough against Chelsea. I think the game might be at Stamford Bridge as well, which is great for women's football. But again, for us fans, it could be quite nervy. But yeah, it is great to see that. Big up to Chalma 24. But you've got weaknesses too, especially on that McCabe side. Defensively, you're shaky, but if you come against a team like Leon, yeah, it's difficult, really, isn't it? Because I do agree with you. I feel like again we went into half time 2-0. I was happy, but there were some moments where we got lucky, and again we were shaky. I do agree with you. I think McCabe that second half stepped up. I think in the first half you could really. I mean, Kadina had this problem as well where she just couldn't keep up with the pace of the other players, and I feel like that was really difficult. Pardon me, difficult for us. And I feel like again, like you're saying, if we're playing against, I don't know, like a Man City, like I said, a Leon, Barcelona, that would have been a very long day. So I just feel like we have to have a strongest team, and if we don't, we have the right replacements that can step in. Because that could have been a long day yesterday. It really could have been. But obviously we got. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. When Chelsea hit the post, I was like, thank God. I just couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. But we got lucky, and sometimes you do have to have a bit of luck. Um, but I do agree with you on that McCabe side. We desperately need speed injected in this team. We do. Obviously, I do think when Olivia Smith came on, she struggled a bit to get into the game. But I think Olivia Smith is probably our fastest player on the wing as well. So I feel like as well. I mean, I don't know what we're going to go with our lineups, but we do want to make it difficult for Chelsea and make them really tired. So I feel like our best option would be to go for Olivia Smith and Chloe Kelly because they're very fast, and obviously whether it's Stina up front, Russo, I think we've got the chance to win this one on the second leg. Feel maybe, I mean, I can't get excited just yet. We've got another leg to go. It feels weird not feel like I can celebrate this one, but yeah. Big up to now. Great to see you in here. Hope you're keeping well. Chalmers says, right now we're in a transition phase. We need big signings this summer, but I'm not even sure about the direction of the club under current ownership. Yeah, that's a great point because I know you have won the League Cup, but I know with the WSL, there's a chance you might not even get Champions League football for next season. I mean, I'm hoping we can if we win our remaining games, but I do agree with you. I feel like, you obviously, I think you've got a good manager, but I do think that you need to probably bring in other players. I feel like, I think you, a bit like Arsenal, are quite thin with depth in some areas, and that's probably what's going to cost you. And obviously for us, we are a little bit thin as well. But I do think that we have picked ourselves up. Our form has been much better recently. So, yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it, really? But I'll be interested to see how that second leg goes. Big up to Nell says, can Arsenal win the league and remaining trophies like the FA Cup and the Champions League? For the men's team, obviously, I'd hope so. Obviously, for the women, I think the women's team as well. I think we can definitely do that. I think it would be amazing to get to Wembley and get to a final for the women's team. I would absolutely love that. It would be amazing to see that because obviously it's been a while since we've been in the FA Cup final. Again with the men's, they've got a great chance to do that as well. But the Champions League is one I want to win. I want us to go and do it again. Just says Barcelona and we want revenge. Yeah, you know what? That journey for us in the Champions League was so magical, and I really would love us to do it again. Because it was amazing, wasn't it? How we did was truly inspirational. So I do really hope we can do it again, but it's going to be difficult. Again, Chelsea really will have to turn it around because for Chelsea, they've never won this competition, and they really want to do it. So I think it's going to be quite difficult. But obviously, I do back Arsenal to turn it around in the second leg because obviously we have the quality. I think if you look at our attack, I do feel like we've got a very strong attack. It's just the defense at times I worry about. I know McCabe at the times does good, but I feel like sometimes she can get caught out. So I do worry a little bit. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we get on. But obviously, for the women's team right now, it's looking pretty good. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, for the men's team, I am glad it's the international break because I need a break from them right now. That was a tough one to take, losing that cup final. So it's good that the women's team is are doing amazing things. Not to bring a mood down, but I have to say, Mikhail, yeah, I just have no words really. It was just, I mean, I still feel a bit annoyed about it. Like I'm not sat here, you know, I'm not annoyed as much as I was, but I feel like it's just frustrating. And it's a real shame that Arteta got it wrong the other day and that we blew it. And I don't know if he's going to learn from his mistakes, and I want him to, but I don't know if he will. So it's a tough one. So now for the league, I don't think so. The FA Cup, you've got a chance, but it depends on who you could draw in the semis of City. Your chance are limited. Yeah, definitely. Um, I do think that with Man City and with the women's team, when we have played them, we've got that win, but I just think that they're a tough team to beat. They've the Bunny Shaw, Meads and Malik, the list is incredible. Um, they're just really hard to beat. I feel like we've got a better chance to beat Chelsea than Man City, but yeah, there's a bit of rivalry now with Man City, so it's an interesting one. I think that we don't need this blue. Let me just read this one. I wanted Arteta out since last season. Unless he wins the league, I've changed my mind. I want him out regardless of winning the league. Yeah, do you know what? Fair enough. I do feel quite deflated, to be honest with you, because it's so difficult as fans. We get sucked in again. Last season we were really down about everything. We didn't even really compete for the league last season. We got to a Champions League semi-final, which is progress. But you know what? It's like again this season, you start to believe we can win things, and then, I mean, I think we've got. I think, in my opinion, guys, don't know about you, but I think for us to win the league, I think it's 70-30. For the men's team, I think we've got a big chance we're going to do it. But then there's a part of me that does doubt us because of Arteta's decision making, injuries, the fatigue side of it, and mentally, can we do it? So I'm still unsure. But again, if we don't win the league, I will literally. That has to be it, surely. I mean, it's difficult. We could win an FA Cup, but is an FA Cup enough for you guys? For me, it's probably not. I want us to win something big and not just waited this long for us to win another FA Cup. I've waited this long for us to win more silverware, so it's going to be a big season for Arsenal after the international break for sure. Big up to Chalmers. City, yes, City are doing pretty good. They're flying at the moment. They definitely do deserve to win the league. I know they've dropped a few more points, but I think they're in a really good position. And yeah, they definitely deserve to win the league for sure. Big up Panache. Hey, big up to yourself. Was really delighted with that women's victory. Needed that after the cup final. Great to see you here. Hope you're good. And it definitely lifted our spirits. Beating Chelsea. I knew it was always going to be a really challenging game, but to get the win, to get the job done in the first leg, it felt great. And do you know what? From both sides, there was some great goals. Obviously, Lauren James's goal was just phenomenal, and Chloe Kelly's goal, Russo's, our set piece bit was great as well. So yeah, I think it was a great game, but obviously the second leg is going to be so nerve-wracking. I feel better being winning now, but it's just not going to be easy for us, is it? Big up to chat as well. Drop in any questions you have for me while I'm chatting away, and do make sure you guys are smashing those likes for me and subscribing as well. I will be back tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow evening about 7 or 8. I will do a Arsenal win match preview for the Spurs game, and I'm doing a podcast with someone later. So obviously I'm still going to be doing content throughout the week, even though the men's team are away, and pretty happy they're away for now because it's nice to have a different focus. The final summarised everything about who Arteta is as a manager and the world, so yet the fans continue to defend. It is tough, isn't it? Because I can appreciate the players, it's on them as well, but I just feel like Arteta got it horribly wrong in that game. I mean, I know people might disagree, but I just wouldn't have started Kepa. I would have started Raya. We're in a final. You need to You need to be starting Raya. I thought Calafiori should have came on at the start of the second half. I thought Martinelli should have come on the start of the second half. Trossard was struggling, and Kepa was struggling, and again, Man City go 1-0 up. it's really annoying, but you have to make those changes now, and he took too long to do that. So yeah, you know what? I was really hoping it would be our day, and to get to a final. You know, it's always a chance you're not going to win, but I was really rooting for the team, and it just shows you that Arteta is good to a certain point. I mean, are we going to win the league this season? I think we've got a great chance. But I do think it has helped us that Man City have not been their best. But that game when we play Man City is going to be tough, and that's in April, so I'm going to be stressed watching that. Come on, you Gooners, big up to yourself, having it. Arteta has established total control at Arsenal, involving his role from head coach to manager, who oversees everything from recruitment to tactical, and in discipline. Yeah, he definitely has, and I'm not here. You know, he has done a good job. He really has, to get us from where we were to now. But the question is, can he get us over the line? That's the question. This is just in response to Josh. Arsenal would beat the current Barcelona side comfortably. The only team I trust them to stop is Leon. If Arsenal get past Leon, they're winning Champions League. Yeah, I don't. Do you know what? I don't know who we have next. That you guys might know, but I think for me, I look at teams that might be going through tonight. I know Bayern are playing United. I mean, I think Wolfsburg, didn't they beat Leon on the first leg 1-0? 1-0 is not really a comfortable one. Do you know what? I think we're quite good. I think if Leah's back in the team and Chloe Kelly can stay fit, then I really do think that we've got a great chance to get to a final and win it. I think all I'll ask really this season is just try and get us to an FA Cup final and the Champions League final, and do her best, and hope she gets the back in the summer, because as Josh said as well before, we need, as much as Chelsea are in that transitional period, we sort of are as well. We need to recruit, we need to move on players, and we have to have a big clear out. I refuse to accept footballs like that. It's not normal. I do think we have played quite bad this season, but with the men's team. But if we win the league, we just need to do it. I don't really care how we win the league. We're the greatest. I know at this level every opponent is strong, but who would you like to face in the final about the Women's Champions League? Oh, a good question. Do you know what? I won't say Barcelona because we've had them before, and I think for women's football, I think when you see a lot in the Champions League, it is always Barcelona. Oh, that's a really good question. Do you know what? Wouldn't it be fun to play United in a final? I mean, if we lost that, I would hate that. Obviously, I mean, Wolfsburg in the final. They've gone through at the moment. I don't. I look to myself and think who we got the best chance of beating. But I do actually think it would be great for women's football to have an English final of two English teams. Because I think in recent years, from when Arsenal haven't been at that stage to get to a final and win it, um, it's been all Barcelona and obviously Leon as well. Leon and Barcelona have been those two teams that have been very successful. I think for women's football, especially in England, obviously I love watching the WSL and I want that to grow and develop. I do think it would be great to see two English teams in the final and see how they do. But yeah, I just feel like it's gonna be tough. I don't know who I see getting to a final, to be honest with you, but United would be fun. For sure. Wolfsburg maybe. But thank you for your question. And do answer it as well. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. He's promised Kepa. I get that, but Kepa was poor, wasn't he? It wasn't all on Kepa there, we'll say that. Let me just read this one. Leon will qualify. If you do go through against us, you'll be facing Leon Barca. We'll either face either United or Bayern in the final. Leon's a tough one, isn't it? Because you know what, it'd be a tough one. I mean, we are quite good at coming back from things. I will say that. I've got to say though, I'm not really sure what I would think to do now about the goalkeeper situation, and I'm a little bit torn because Anik Bulb yesterday, I thought she did decent, pretty good, but I look at that goal and I feel like would Daphne have done anything different? Maybe. I don't know. I think the goalkeeper's a big part of it at the moment, but I think Bob's done great. I think we just got to hope Leah can stay fit. Leah or Steph Catley can stay fit, because I know Leah's probably the defender we want to see, but I think we just need a defensive line that's really strong at the back, and we did look a bit shaky against Chelsea. Performance matters, so don't say just win because these things lead to every game being a survival mode. Listen, if I had it my way, I would rather us win the league by playing beautiful football, but I know this isn't going to happen for the rest of the season. And it's actually quite stressful watching Arsenal at the moment. It's not easy to watch at all. But I feel like at the moment, we have to do anything we can to win the league. So yeah, if we win the league, I'll be happy, but we do have to play better football. We aren't playing great at all. Um, I'll tell you, better face Barcelona than United in the final. I mean, I would take Barcelona again. To be honest with you, I just want to actually check who's still in the Champions League. I just before I talk about that. So obviously today Barcelona. Actually, in a couple of minutes, Barcelona and Madrid are playing. Um, I mean, Madrid, I don't think they're there just yet. I think Barcelona are quite dominant over Madrid. Um, Bayern, United will be tough. See, Wolfsburg are currently winning, but anything can happen really. So yeah, do you know what? I'll take any team, but I think with Barcelona, they are tough to beat. When you play Barcelona, you don't really have a lot of domination. It's pretty much them, but we were great on that day. So yeah, I wouldn't want an English final. It would be really heartbreaking to lose to an English team. I think the thing is I can accept to lose against another team outside of WSL, but when you lose to WSL team, it does feel unbearable. Um, Leon have quality and a good coach. I think, yeah, it will be. I think if we do get through, I think that's going to be really difficult to play. I think Leon are really great, so that's going to be a difficult one. Well, after more Real vs Barca starting right now, yeah, I'll probably end this about 10 minutes, or whenever I end it. But yeah, that game's going to be really interesting to see actually how that goes. But for us, we'll just have to do our best whoever we face. Do you think that Arteta will change after winning the league? I don't believe that for me. This is who he is as a manager. I refuse to accept it. It's difficult, isn't it? Because with Arteta, you look back, maybe was it the 22nd, 23rd season? I don't know which season it was, but we were playing really good. I mean, we actually played great football, but we didn't win the league. So I feel like there's a possibility if Arteta wins the league this season and we continue to play quite ugly. I do have a feeling that perhaps next season the pressure might be off him a little bit, so we might play a bit better. That's what I'd hope for. But I think we're not going to lie, we do play ugly football. We don't play the best at times, so I do feel like it's a really difficult one, isn't it? I think if we win the league, I think Arteta needs that because listen, as even if we don't agree with Arteta, we haven't waited this long. We have not waited this long for us to just win an FA Cup. We have to go and win the big things. So I do hope next season, if he wins something, that we will be better and perform better. But I really don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? It's not difficult. He's been here for 6 years and had one good season. Yeah, he's had. There's probably probably 2 seasons where I felt we played good football, and there's been a few games this season where we have played good football. Obviously, if you do look at games, like the Villa game, Tottenham twice, in the Champions League, obviously we've played good football, but I think if you look at it as a whole, we haven't really done great, have we? So I do feel like it's not looking great with our style of play. Um, if you get past Leon, the only fixture you should be playing is United to reach the final. It's better to face Barcelona than United. I think United know how to. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I think obviously with that it's tough, isn't it? United. The thing is, I think we are better than United. We have a better squad than United, but for some reason that they just have our names, don't they? They just do well for us. Obviously, I will end this a couple of minutes. I know obviously there's football on soon as well. But do drop in any last questions. I'll probably end this in 5 minutes time. Do make sure you guys obviously like and subscribing and send any last questions you want to ask me. Come on, Madrid. Let me know who you guys want to win that game. Obviously, for us, I probably want Madrid to win because I feel like it would be an easier game for us to win or get something out of. Barca playing now, thought it was later tonight, can't miss a chance to watch Mateos. Yeah, Barcelona are actually a joy to watch, aren't they? I mean, even as an Arsenal fan, I do enjoy watching them. We need Real too. I'd be happy with Real Madrid. I think they're I think they're not as I feel like they have got good players, but they're just not at that level to maybe get to a final, but you never know. If they beat Barcelona, then anything can happen. We used to get battered by Barcelona, we really did, and that was tough old days. I think it was on the Jonas. We used to get beaten 4-0. I used to play Barcelona knowing that we weren't going to win, and now we can honestly hope for anything to happen. So yeah, hopefully it'll be an exciting game for football. I know United are playing tonight as well, so I'll probably catch those games as well. Do you have a specific player you want this summer? Do you think we can get both men? Oh, a great question. Um, for the women's team, I'm not just saying this because we're looking at her, but I have wanted Georgia Stanway for a little while. I feel like she would be a difference maker. I feel like she would help us. I think of anyone that um that's a great question actually. I do feel like obviously we do need probably need a defender. Midfielder is so important. And opening to Anna Batel, who I do actually rate. I think she would be a good player to have in the team. If I think what other players for the men's team, again, I just think we need a winger who's going to really improve this team. I mean, for the men's team, we are struggling on the attack as it is, so we could really do with additions there. Trying to think who we've been linked to. Obviously, um, the women's team, like I said, Stanway is the dream one for me, which actually looks like it could happen. Trying to think. With the women's team, I think on the attack we're not too bad, but obviously if Beth Mead goes, we're going to have to replace her. Obviously McCabe as well. We'll have to replace her. So yeah, have to see what we do. Actually, but I do feel like it would be great to see. I think West Ham women have actually got quite a few good players as well. Obviously, I do quite like Martinez as well. I think her name's Martinez, but yeah, I feel like for the men's team, I just could do with someone who's going to be pacey, someone who's just going to be better than what we have at the moment. So yeah, I feel like we could really do with some upgrades, to be honest with you. But for the women's team, it would be great. So yeah, obviously, just for the women's team, like I said, Martinez, West Ham, and Georgia Stanway. I don't think we need a striker really. We might add a striker, but for the men's team, I just think that we need someone who is going to be different on the wing. I think we could do with some that. I mean, yeah, that's going to be a tough one to decide. Madrid could win the first leg, but they don't win. Yeah, I think Madrid could keep this first leg close, like you said, but the second leg is going to be something else. We need yeah, we do need them to win definitely. I will be watching this. I know it's currently on now. But I will just answer any last questions before I do round this up. Women's team, Oberdorf, Carla Bull, men's team got nothing at all. Yeah, I think for the women's team, I have watched a bit of Oberdorf as well. I feel like she's quite a young player. I didn't actually know how old she is, but for us, thought she was a great player. Yeah, and the men's team, it just depends on how Arteta plays in me, doesn't it? Um, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see with both teams, the men and women's team, how they recruit and deal with the summer. Um, but yeah, obviously, big ups to chat. I will end this in a couple of minutes, but do join me back tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a match preview regarding Arsenal women's game against Spurs women. So another exciting game to preview. Really excited for that game because I hope we can get the job done. It would be great. Wouldn't it be great to thrash Spurs? It would be really nice, wouldn't it? So hopefully we can do that. But yeah, obviously, thank you to everyone that has watched my show today. I'm hoping that we'll see some exciting Champions League football tonight and see what happens. But Panache says the men's team is great all round team. Instead of being a team explosive individuals, the attack doesn't have Saka Havertz having extreme injuries. Those injuries take a lot out of you. Yeah, I think it's difficult this season, isn't it? Because a lot of these players have been overplayed. So I feel like we could really do with some players that will be level raisers, will offer you something different. To be honest with you, I do agree with you there. These players, I think you can see Saka's had injuries and he's burnt out as well. big up to Josh. Obviously, thank you for watching my show. Really appreciate it. Always great to see you here, and hopefully you do enjoy the Champions League games tonight. Big up to Panaccio, who says Saka will need time to get back to his best. Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at the international break at the moment. I think to myself, these players should be rested now, not really playing you're friendly, so it's not that crucial. I would rather him be rested, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be rested anytime soon, which is a shame. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you again for all your questions. It's been great to chat with you guys today, so thank you for everyone that did tune in. Join me tomorrow evening to preview the Arsenal women game, which will be on Saturday, and hopefully you guys will join me then as well. I am also doing a show tonight, which is a pre-recorded one, so that'll be up my channel later tonight, so do check that out if you do enjoy my content. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and please make sure you smash those likes, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.